So we're going to talk about the division algorithm first, and this is a lot of words, and I think it'll make more sense when we actually do it. It's like doing long division, basically. So the division algorithm states that given a polynomial dividend, f of x, the thing being divided, and a non-zero polynomial divisor, d of x, where the degree of d of x is less than or equal to the degree of f of x, there exists a unique polynomials q of x and r of x, q for quotient, r for remainder, such that f of x equals d of x times q of x plus r of x. So it would be the divisor times the quotient plus the remainder. So q of x is the quotient, r of x is the remainder. The remainder is either equal to 0 or has a degree strictly less than d of x. If r of x is 0, the remainder is 0, then d of x divides evenly into f of x. This means that in this case, both d of x and q of x are factors of f of x. So if there's no remainder, then this part here, this r of x, is going to be gone. And you just, d of x times q of x is f of x. So how to use polynomial long division with a polynomial and a binomial. Set up the division problem. Determine the first term of the quotient by dividing the leading term of the dividend, thing being divided, by the leading term of the divisor. Multiply the answer by the divisor and write it below the like terms of the dividend. Subtract the bottom binomial from the top binomial. Bring down the next term of the dividend. Repeat steps 2 through 5 until reaching the last term of the dividend. If the remainder is non-zero, express as a fraction using the divisor as the denominator. So we're going to divide 5x squared plus 3x minus 2 by x plus 1. So x plus 1 goes here. 5x squared plus 3x minus 2 goes there. So we're going to look at this x and say x times what is 5x squared? And that's just going to be 5x. Now I tend to write these over their like terms. So 5x is x to the 1 power. So 3x is x to the 1 power. So I'm going to write it there. Some books don't do that. I just want to give you that warning. 5x times x is 5x squared. And these first terms are going to subtract out because we chose that to make sure it subtracts out. 5x times 1 is 5x. Now, we are subtracting this row from the one above it. And so I put a parenthesis around the whole thing with a minus out there just to say it's that row above subtracting the row below. So 5x squared minus 5x squared is 0. 3x squared minus 5x squared is negative 2x. And we have that minus 2 comes down. Now we say x times what is negative 2x. That'd be negative 2. So negative 2 times x is negative 2x. Negative 2 times 1 is negative 2. And we're subtracting, again, the row below from the row above. So the top row minus the bottom row there. So negative 2x minus a negative 2x, so a double negative, so it makes it a plus 2x, so that cancels. Negative 2 minus negative 2, that also cancels, so it's 0. So the result is 5x minus 2, not plus 2. Erase, please. There we go. And let's look at the next one. We have 6x cubed plus 11x squared minus 31x plus 15. We're going to divide by 3x minus 2. So 3x minus 2 goes into 6x cubed plus 11x squared minus 31x plus 15. So 3x times what is 6x cubed? And that's going to be 2x squared. And see how I wrote the 2x squared over the 11x squared. Again, that's my way of doing it. Other people have other styles. So 2x squared times 3x is 6x cubed. 2x squared times minus 2 is minus 4x squared. And we're subtracting again this upper row minus the lower row. And when 6x cubed minus 6x cubed is nothing. 11x squared minus a negative 4 makes that plus. So it's 15x squared minus 31x. I bring down the two terms because we have two terms separated by a degree of 1. So 1 degree apart. So 3x times what is 15x squared? And that'd be 5x. So we have 15x squared. And then 5x times negative 2 is minus 10x. And I'm subtracting. 15x squared minus 15x squared is nothing. Negative 31x minus a negative 10x, so the double negative makes that to 21x. I'm going to write it down here, 21x, and bring down that 15. Okay, now we're going to look at 3x times what is 21x? That'd be 7. So it'll be 21x, because 3x times 7 is 21x. And 7 times negative 2 is negative 14. And we're subtracting again. 21x minus 21x is nothing. 15 minus a negative 14 is 15 plus 14, or 29. So our result is this 2x squared plus 5x plus 7 with a remainder of 29. And that's it for polynomial long division. The next thing we're going to do is synthetic division.